Good day all, welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel. Today we've got for you a time capsule from 1987. It's a Pontiac Feiro GT. Top of the line Feiro for 87. They only produced these cars for 5 years, 84 through 88. And the GT fastbacks like this were only around for about half of that time. And boy, they do look sharp. This one sports only 25,484 actual miles. Still got its original engine, original transmission, stock interior, and its original medium red metallic paint. Still in very good condition. I'd call it high driver quality. Just a couple little nicks and scuffs here and there. Primarily just little tiny stuff like paint chips like that up on the front end. Appropriate badging. Got the front license plate holder there in case you live in a state that requires that. Pop-up headlights. In 87 and 88 they had switched to a new motor for these, which is actually easier to rebuild than the ones that were on the earlier models, just in case you had a problem with it. I've owned Fieros before and the rebuild kit cost about 15 bucks to make those work again. But these already work perfectly, just as they should. You'll see we've got black body side molding, which also incorporates the door handle and the side marker lights. Gray across the body cladding on the bottom, kind of give it that two-tone effect. We've got OEM gray lace wheels, all of them with four-wheel disc brakes behind them. Little Pegasus Feiro there in the center cap. And those tires are only from 2018, but the car's only had 1,200 miles put on it since the tires were put on it. And it's been stored in a climate-controlled garage, so the tires are in absolutely fantastic condition. They look like new. No dry rotting, no age, tons of tread. Dual side mirrors. Love that fastback style there with the sail panel windows. You can see there's an air intake on the driver's side. This is for the mid-engine. The engine actually sits right back in the back there, and this is where it gets its cold air intake from. As we move around to the back, look at that cool sporty deck lid spoiler. And I love the tail light lenses on these Fieros. All the way from side to side with the Pontiac lettering in the middle, and that does light up when the car is running, not just when you turn on the lights. So it always says Pontiac when you've got the car active, which is really cool. Fluted dual tips on each side. A true dual exhaust car, and they just doubled up on it to make it look all that much cooler. Very discreet GT badging. The GT here and the ones on the sail panels are the only thing you'll see on it that says GT. And we've got a third brake light, and as you can see there's lines for a rear defogger there as well. Passenger side of the car, just as nice as the driver's. Slick looking paint, again, very, very minor imperfections. Still looks like a new car. 25,484 actual miles in a clean Carfax. Kept indoors, driven only sparingly. Yes, indeed. Well, now that we've made it around the car, I'm going to pause briefly. We're going to get the front and back open and talk about what's hiding inside. And we are back with the 1987 Pontiac Feiro GT. We've got our front trunk, if you want to call it that, open. No engine up here, but a lot of mechanicals. You can see we've got our headlight assemblies, a radiator with an electric fan, reservoir for the windshield wiper fluid, spare tire, factory jack, a tire iron behind the tire there. Here's your brake booster, master cylinder, proportioning valve. The only thing you could maybe fit up here is a small bag on top of your spare tire there, but that would be it. Storage on these is actually all in the back, and that is where we are headed next. As you can see, lifting up the deck lid reveals both the trunk space and the engine bay. In the trunk space, and it is deep, I mean really deep, You can fit a lot of stuff in one of these. You'd be shocked at what you can fit in the back end of a Feiro. Courtesy light, nice looking gray carpet throughout. A fitted car cover for indoor storage. And the seal in excellent condition all the way around, nice and supple. Just what you're looking for, because that helps keep the heat of the engine away from your groceries back here. Looking at the engine bay, at the center of the matter here is a 2.8 liter V6, fuel injected, topped off with this really nice red intake with Feiro on it, and matching red valve covers. It's mated up to a 3-speed turbo hydromatic automatic transmission, rear wheel drive. Over on the right hand side of the engine, this is where the belts are on a Feiro, is on this side. You can't see all the way down there, but there is a factory AC compressor which blows nice cold air into the cabin. Manual steering on this car. All Feiros of all years were manual steering. They never made them with power steering, but you'll enjoy that manual steering and the road feel it provides in this low-slung mid-engine car. Let's check out the interior. Bone stock, gray interior with black accents, and boy, it looks sharp. Door panels, like everything in here, are in excellent condition. Feature power locks. These little side pouches for carrying stuff. Look at that, they snap right back just as they should, in like new condition. Factory gray carpet, kept nice by black carpeted floor mats. Those are non-OEM floor mats. And the seats. Bucket seats, cloth covered, and they are in incredibly good condition. Feiro logo. Look at the base here. No stains, no rub marks, no wear. They look great. And the bolsters look great as well. Only little problem I see is right here. This little piece of binding here is broken. But it's not ripping the seat or anything. And that's about as minor can get on one of these Feiros. Man, it looks nice. Let's hop inside. All right. Passenger door panel, just as nice as the driver's, and the same with the passenger seat, in excellent condition. Center console, like everything in here, it just looks great. Frequently these doors warp really bad due to sunlight. This one looks great. Offers a little bit of storage. You can put your cassette tapes in there. A working lighter. These are for your power windows. Got a leather wrap shifter for the 3-speed automatic transmission. And it's flanked by clean ashtrays on either side. Kind of a little European sports car feel there. Directly ahead of the driver, a 3-spoke leather wrap steering wheel on a tilt column. And the turn signal stalk offers you not just turn signals, but cruise control and controls for your intermittent wipers as well. Now that wheel frames the gauge pod for the driver, which consists of a 120 mile an hour speedometer, an odometer, again with just 25,484 actual miles, 2 rows of warning lights, a temperature gauge, which is unfortunately inoperative, a gas gauge, which works, and a 6.5K tachometer over to the right. Now on either side of this pod, you've got some buttons here for the headlights, and on the other side for your trunk release and the rear defogger. Up the center console, or the center above the console, you've got the premium stereo. It's a Delco AM/FM cassette with a 5-band EQ, and this one also has the supplemental performance sound. That little slider there controls a additional 5.25-inch subwoofer. It's located right up underneath there on the passenger side of the dash. Now, if you've got loud on, the loud button on the stereo, and you crank up that slider all the way, it does rattle the speaker a little bit and doesn't sound the best. So I recommend keeping the booster up here a little bit low and playing it on loud here, and it comes out sounding just fantastic. I'll play that for you when we get it started up. Simplistic but totally functional controls for the hot heat, cold air conditioning, and strong fan. And at the top of the cluster here, these are usually warped too. Up on top, they kind of bend up over time in the sun. Not on this car, not with this low mileage and its indoor captivity. The battery gauge works as it should. The oil pressure gauge does jump around a little bit, but it seems generally accurate. On the passenger side, just that little caddy there in front of the passenger is all there is, and just tons of room. Very spacious as a passenger in this car. You can see we've got speakers up on the dash, and there are also speakers here on the sail panel B-pillars. Up above, headliner is sagging. Previous owner put these kind of plastic slats up here which hold it in place and do a very good job of it. No need to worry about replacing it right away unless you're a perfectionist, because it holds it up there just fine, and you generally don't look over your head while you're driving. And again, you've got the performance sound control up top with the map lights. Now that we've been through all that, let's go ahead and start this car up. It is fuel injected, as I mentioned before, so you'll see I'm not going to touch the gas pedal. Just fires right up. See my seatbelt light, my door ajar light. I'm going to turn on the headlights. Pop up just as they should. And I'll do it one more time for you. Oh, I love that. Dash lights up very nicely. As you can see, a little bit of hop there in the oil pressure gauge. Nice responsive tack. Windshield wipers work as they should. I'll show you the windows work. Got the drivers going up now. And as I roll it down, I'll go ahead and roll the passenger window down also. And you can see the windows do just fine. All right. Now, we'll focus on this. Let's turn it on air conditioning, full blast. Tachometer drop down right away. You can hear that compressor kick on. And it takes all of about 8 seconds, and that air gets nice and chilly for you. And now the stereo system. Power button is right there.
And this time, Columbus, Cincinnati, and Cleveland.
Sounds
now,
great.
Many couples, what they get engaged.
The loudness button makes a big difference.
That's happened over the past 9 seasons, and about 10 couples from the show, they're still married. So it is possible, maybe.
Stereo sounds great. We have not tested the cassette player, but the stereo itself sounds like $1,000,000. Oh yeah, what a great sound. Let's go give a listen back at the tailpipes to the sound coming out. So cool. Folks, if you've got any questions about this 1987 Pontiac Feiro GT, give us a call. Here at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, our number is 614-276-7355. We're happy to help you out with transportation quotes. We're happy to set you up with a lender who can get you financing on one of these classics. And we are here to answer your questions. Again, at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, Ohio, 614-276-7355. We appreciate all of you joining today. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. We'll be back again tomorrow with something else cool.